If your Samsung washing machine is displaying error code 4E or 4C on newer models, the appliance has detected a water supply problem. The washer is not receiving enough water, or it is not filling within the time expected by the electronic control. You may notice that the program stops shortly after starting, the drum remains almost empty, or the machine repeatedly tries to take in water before displaying the code. 4E should not be confused with 5E or 5C, which normally indicates a drainage problem. Before inspecting the washer, press the power button, unplug the appliance, and close the household water taps. Do not remove hoses while the taps are open, because pressurized water may escape. Start with the simplest check. Make sure the water tap connected to the washing machine is fully open. If the appliance has separate hot and cold hoses, both taps may need to be open, even when you select a cold program. Some cycles still use both supplies to control the water temperature. Check whether other taps in the home are working normally. Low household pressure, plumbing maintenance, a partially closed main valve, or a temporary interruption to the water supply can all trigger the error. Samsung states that the required pressure can vary by model, but many machines are designed for a supply between approximately 0.5 and 8 bar. A practical check is to disconnect the supply hose, place it in a bucket, and briefly open the tap. The flow should be strong and continuous. Close the tap again immediately after the test. If the flow is weak, the problem is probably in the household plumbing rather than inside the washing machine. Now inspect the complete length of each inlet hose. Make sure it is not kinked, twisted, crushed behind the washer, or trapped between the appliance and the wall. A hose can look normal from the front while being folded sharply at the back. If the washer was recently installed or moved, confirm that the hoses are connected to the correct inlets. On machines with separate supplies, the cold hose must be connected to the cold inlet and the hot hose to the hot inlet. Do not extend the inlet hose using unsuitable fittings, and do not use a damaged hose. Replace any hose that is cracked, swollen, leaking, or permanently flattened. The next common cause is a blocked mesh filter. Small filter screens are fitted inside the water inlet connections at the back of the washing machine. They catch sand, rust, and other particles before they can enter the inlet valves. To clean them, turn off the water taps and disconnect the washing machine from electricity. Place a towel behind the appliance and slowly unscrew the inlet hoses. A small amount of water may remain inside them. Look inside each inlet connection for a small mesh screen. Depending on the model, it may be removed carefully with narrow pliers. Do not crush, puncture, or permanently remove the filter. Rinse the screen under running water. A soft toothbrush can help remove mineral deposits and fine debris. Reinstall the filter correctly, reconnect the hoses, and tighten them by hand until secure. Do not over-tighten plastic connections. Open the water tap slowly and check every connection for leaks before restoring power. A blockage in the detergent dispenser can also restrict water entering the drum. Remove the drawer according to the instructions for your model and rinse away hardened detergent, fabric softener, and residue. Clean the water jets above the drawer using a damp cloth or soft brush. Do not insert metal tools deeply into the openings. Reinstall the drawer fully before testing the machine. Cold weather can also cause error 4E. If the washing machine is installed in an unheated garage, utility room, or outdoor area, water inside the hose or inlet valve may freeze. Turn off the machine and allow the area to warm naturally. Do not apply a heat gun, open flame, or boiling water to the hose or valve. The drain hose installation is also important. If the drain hose is positioned too low or pushed too far into the waste pipe, water may leave the drum as quickly as it enters. This is called siphoning, and the washing machine may interpret it as a filling problem. Make sure the drain hose is supported at the height specified in the manual and is not sealed airtight inside the waste connection. After completing the external checks, reconnect the washer and start a short rinse program without laundry. Watch the machine as it begins filling. If water now enters normally, the 4E code should clear. There is usually no special button combination required. Correcting the water supply problem and restarting the appliance is normally sufficient. If you can hear the inlet valve humming but very little water enters, there may still be a blocked filter, restricted hose, weak water supply, or defective inlet valve. If no water enters and the valve remains completely silent, the inlet valve, wiring, or electronic control may require professional testing. The water level sensor and its small air pressure hose can also contribute to a recurring 4E error on some models. This system tells the control board how much water is inside the tub. A loose, split, blocked, or incorrectly connected pressure hose can prevent the sensor from reading the water level correctly. This is similar to the situation sometimes shown in repair videos, where reconnecting a loose sensor hose restores normal operation. However, the pressure sensor is located inside the appliance and should not be the first component replaced. Do not open the control panel, blow into electrical components, bypass sensors, or test live wiring unless you are trained to work safely on washing machines. If the taps are open, the pressure is adequate, the hoses are clear, the filters are clean, the dispenser is unobstructed, and the drain hose is installed correctly, the fault may involve the inlet valve, pressure sensor, pressure hose, wiring harness, or main control board. At that point, record the complete model number and contact Samsung or a qualified appliance technician. To summarize, Samsung error 4E or 4C means that the washer is not filling correctly. Check the water taps, household pressure, inlet hoses, mesh filters, detergent drawer, drain hose installation, and any possibility of freezing. If the code continues after these checks, an internal water valve, level sensor, air hose, connection, or electronic component may need professional diagnosis.